Remember when I was saying, why can't the Bulls put DeMar DeRozan in a package if they want a star back?
Mm-hmm.
But DeMar's in his 30s. Jaylen Brown's in his early 20s still. Maybe, what is he, 24, 25?
I think 25.
I think he's 25.
Yeah, he's not even maybe yet in his absolute prime. That makes sense as the centerpiece to a deal. And here's something else about Jaylen Brown. Two-way wing who played huge when it mattered most.
Mm-hmm.
I get it as a centerpiece of a package for KD. Jay?
Nope.
Why not?
Not doing it.
Why?
Don't want to do it. I'm not giving up Jaylen Brown. I'm not giving up Marcus Smart. I'm not giving up the heart and soul of my team. And look.
Oh, you're not doing it for the Celtics.
Oh, yeah, I'm not giving it. Yeah, because Brooklyn is asking for Marcus Smart.
What if it was not? What if they relented on Marcus Smart, but you had to give up Jaylen Brown?
They're not, because they feel like Kevin Durant is the best player in the world.
What
and if I'm the Nets, they're not. Are you listening to the hints I'm giving you, Max?
I understand.
Are you listening to? No, it's not. Are you listening to the hints I'm giving you?
I understand. Wait, Jay, I know that you hear a lot of things and from very reliable sources. What I'm saying is people's plans and minds can be changed.
Okay.
So what if, I'm asking you, if it was centered on Jaylen Brown and draft picks and this one and that one, but no Marcus Smart, would you do it if you were the Nets, or the Celtics, sorry?
If I didn't have to give up Marcus Smart,
correct,
and it were Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and draft picks,
yeah,
probably, because I'm potentially going to lose Jaylen Brown anyway.
So Marcus
If you
Smart,
paid attention to what Jaylen Brown has said over the last several years, in particular when Isaiah Thomas was let go, he talked a lot about people in the front office wanted us to build the right culture around this team, and then they make a move like this, so I don't trust the culture. And there's been a lot of talk around Jaylen Brown in 2024 being a free agent, not wanting to stay there in Boston. So if you're telling me it's Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and some draft picks, yes, I'm heavily considering that. But adding Marcus Smart to the mix, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to jeopardize what has made the last two champions feel so great.
Is this Chris Mannix, guys? Did you just say
Jaylen Brown?
On Jaylen Brown?
No, this is what
Jaylen Brown tweeted about yesterday.
Jaylen Brown. Someone just got in my ear and said Chris Mannix. What was that, Shannon?
Yeah, but this is what Jaylen Brown tweeted yesterday.
Jaylen Brown's tweet right here is shaking my head, right? So, but here is what Chris Mannix said on NBC Sports Boston yesterday.
I don't believe that they're going to go much further than Jaylen Brown, some other rotation player, be it Derek White or Grant Williams or Peyton Pritchard, plus draft picks. Draft picks, I think, are fine. I mean, Brad Stevens has yet to draft as the team president and seemingly has no plans to draft ever again with how he's sort of flipping his draft picks left and right. So the Celtics won't blink at putting draft capital into this deal, but they don't want to include Marcus Smart in his trade package. They don't want to include another player in this trade package. As far as I've been able to ascertain, for right now, it's Jaylen Brown and little pieces and draft picks, and that's pretty much it.
That's my guy, Chris Mannix. Does a great job, basketball and boxing, by the way. On this show, Keyshawn, JWill, and Max, he's of NBC Sports Boston. So, Jay, I hear you. If I were them, I brought in Brogdon. It does make – I know Marcus Smart does a lot, but you do have a guy to start at point guard.
Plus, I mean, just the last two teams that have won championships. So Giannis with Chris Middleton wins their first NBA championship like in 50 years for Milwaukee, right? The road to that incredible place for those two and that team was something special.
Especially being down 2-0 in the finals.
Exactly. Golden State, their core has stayed together, even without Kevin Durant, finds a way to win a championship. They did it the hard way. They didn't take the easy way out.
It's true.
Everything we've talked about for the past several years with this team that's been to multiple Eastern Conference finals, just came off a world championship opportunity. They've done it the hard way. They've molded to this point. Now you're telling me you're going to package up the heart and soul? We've said so much of this run. Jaylen Brown's the attitude of this team. Marcus Smart was the heart of this team. I'm not then going to let that go in return for Kevin Durant. And I don't know how it's going to affect the way Jason Tatum is even leading the core of this team. The culture then gets reset and changes again.
Harry, I hear that totally, what Jay just said, because he's not wrong. Even when they threw super teams together at the highest possible level, like the Miami Heat, they went to 4. They lost 2 to the Spurs, who built it the right way the whole time. 1 to Dallas, 1 to the Spurs. And the Spurs were just as good as the Heat, basically, during that run. But let me just ask you this right here. Let me ask you this right here. Your roster has Brogdon at the point, Tatum and KD as your forwards, Time Lord as your center. How you think you're going to do in the East?
I like my chances. I like my chances in the East. And from KD's perspective, do I want it to happen? No. But from the Boston Celtics perspective, I think it'd be good for them because they actually have to get over that hump. We got to remember now, the Eastern Conference is not like the Eastern Conference is going to get easier. Chris Middleton is coming back. The Boston Celtics would have never beat the Milwaukee Bucks if Chris Middleton was on that team. It already went to 7 games without Chris Middleton. The Philadelphia 76ers are going to be better this year. They're going to have a full offseason to be able to be in that system of Doc Rivers, to be able to know each other. And then they added P.J. Tucker, Daniel House Jr., and they added DeAnthony Melton, the guy who can come off the bench and just add instant offense. So they're going to be better. The Cleveland Cavaliers aren't going anywhere. Those young guys are growing and going to get better. The Eastern Conference is going to get tougher. And if you're Brad Stevens, if you're Ime Udoka, you're looking at this saying, okay, we did get to the NBA Finals, but we didn't win against Steph Curry. If we had this matchup again and we have a guy like Kevin Durant and a Jason Tatum on the court, and that's one thing I love about having Mark Jackson on yesterday is I asked him, man, so many people are worried about the bench and the role players. When you have a Kevin Durant and you have a Jason Tatum, you can fill in those other spots.
Yeah, but
because those guys are going to be getting warm-up, wide-open jump shots.
It's hard because Malcolm Brogdon has a history of foot injuries.
And KD
so
is
if he goes
injured,
down,
yeah.
and KD has a history of injuries as well, being at 34 years old. So I hear what it looks like on paper, but if you're willing to sacrifice your depth, then I put you on the bind.
It
put you on the
does.
bind.
It's such an interesting
can't
question. I don't
pass
think
on
there's an
Kevin
easy
Durant.
solution.
I can't pass on no KD.
But is he still KD? I don't
he's
mean.
still KD.
What do
I
you
don't.
mean, man?
Wait. I'll tell you what I mean. I don't mean offensively. He's still great, but he's played how many games? He has not played a full season since the Achilles. So it hasn't really come close to a full season since
True
the
story.
Achilles. And he's no longer a great. He became a great defensive player, and now he's a willing defensive player, but not a great one anymore. And he's 34.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.